After posting a video on Bridgerton Season 3, Episode 5, I asked you all if you wanted a similar breakdown for Episode 6. Many of you responded with enthusiasm, so of course, your wish is my command. Let's dive into what happens at the end of Episode 5 and then explore Episode 6 in detail, complete with pictures to illustrate the events. To recap, Episode 5 concludes with the dramatic revelation that CA is Lady Whistledown. She makes this shocking announcement to escape her arranged marriage to an elderly suitor, believing that no one would wish to marry the notorious Lady Whistledown if her true identity were exposed. This revelation occurs just as Penelope is on the verge of confessing her secret to Colin, but her moment is interrupted by Cressa. The episode ends with Penelope collapsing, adding to the drama. Episode 6 picks up with Penelope's frustration directed at Cressa. Not only has Cressa tormented her for years and taken her best friend, but now she's claiming credit for Penelope's work as Lady Whistledown. Penelope struggles with her writing as Lady Whistledown but finds little solace. Colin visits her to check on her after her fainting spell at the ball and reassures her that she can share whatever she was going to say at her own pace. His understanding nature is quite endearing in this scene. They discuss Grace's announcement, and Colin expresses skepticism about her being Lady Whistledown, a sentiment Penelope shares. Despite several opportunities, Penelope refrains from revealing her secret to Colin throughout the episode. Meanwhile, at the Cooper household, CA's father is enraged and plans to send her to live with relatives in Scotland. Circa's mother, however, doubts her daughter's intelligence to be Lady Whistledown. Their discussion is interrupted when the Queen's men arrive to take CA to the palace. The Queen questions CA and her mother, demanding proof of her claim to be Lady Whistledown. CA promises to provide the next issue of Lady Whistledown before anyone else sees it. Although this seems clever, it isn't sufficient to satisfy the Queen, who insists on seeing more evidence. At the Bridgerton home, Francesca and John announce their engagement to the family. Colin returns from the Featherington house, and Eloise checks in to see if Penelope has confided in him yet, only to discover that she has not. Colin asks Eloise if she knew about Crease's claim to be Lady Whistledown. Eloise denies knowledge and reveals that she ended her friendship with Cressa after the announcement. She then checks on Penelope and catches her working on the next issue of Lady Whistledown. Eloise questions why Penelope isn't taking the opportunity to step away from being Lady Whistledown now that Cressa is claiming the role. Although it seems like a viable option, Penelope is not ready to give up her alter ego. Porsa also confronts Penelope, suggesting that she must abandon her own dreams to support her husband's ambitions. Penelope is dismayed by this expectation, as it contrasts sharply with her own desires for her life and marriage. The episode continues with a scene between Francesca and Violet. Francesca, fearing the Queen's reaction to her engagement, asks Violet to speak to the Queen on their behalf. Violet's reluctance to do so leads to tension between them, causing further rifts. This will later affect their relationship. At the church, the engagement of Colin and Penelope is officially announced. Francesca and John's engagement is not yet made public. Colin and Penelope share a tender moment where Colin inquires about what Penelope was going to tell him. Unfortunately, Penelope sidesteps the major issue, instead expressing her love for Colin from their first meeting. Despite her avoidance, their interaction is sweet and romantic, with charming moments of them dancing alone in the church. Outside the church, Cressa watches the proceedings and attempts to speak with Eloise, seeking her assistance with writing a Lady Whistledown issue. Eloise, believing that Cressa is indeed Lady Whistledown, refuses to help. Her refusal is puzzling, but it seems to be a protective gesture for Penelope. Another church scene features Violet and Lady Damry. Lady Damry warns that if the Queen senses Violet's disapproval of Francesca and John's engagement, she might withhold her blessing. Violet's concerns about Francesca's feelings for John are evident, and Francesca herself senses the disparity in Violet's treatment of her compared to Colin and Penelope. Penelope visits Genevieve, the modiste, and informs her of her decision to retire from being Lady Whistledown. Genevieve is skeptical and unconvinced about Penelope's decision. Meanwhile, Cressa and her mother produce a pamphlet announcing the forthcoming issue of Lady Whistledown, with Crease's name prominently signed. The episode culminates in a grand ball at the Mondry house, which everyone, including the Queen, is invited to. Benedict, however, chooses to attend a dinner party hosted by Lady Tilly, The party turns out to be quite intimate, with Lady Tilly and another young man, leading to an unexpected proposition for a threesome. Benedict declines but suggests it might be an option in the future. At the ball, Francesca confronts Violet about the Queen and their engagement. Their argument reveals deep-seated tensions and misunderstandings. Violet's frustration and self-reproach over her treatment of Francesca become apparent. Meanwhile, Lady Damri and her brother, Marcus, have a tense moment, revealing past grievances related to her forced marriage. Cresa and her mother distribute their pamphlet at the ball, prompting concerns from Eloise about possible retaliation. Penelope, upset by Cresa's actions, decides to take matters into her own hands. She writes the next Lady Whistledown issue in a carriage on her way to the print shop, where she hastens the order. Colin spots her as she leaves the print shop, leading to a pivotal moment where he discovers Penelope's secret identity as Lady Whistledown. This revelation closes the episode with a cliffhanger, as Colin's discovery sets the stage for the next developments in the series. How did you feel about episode 6? Are you excited for what comes next? There are some spoilers about episodes 7 and 8, but they are less detailed and not yet confirmed with pictures. If more information emerges before the second part airs, I might create videos covering those as well. For now, you can check out this video for a brief overview of the spoilers I mentioned. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Bridgerton updates. See you soon.